start it off with a bang. I am going to show you guys my absolute favorite and most valuable Funko Pop that I have, and that one is a signed Chris Jericho Funko Pop, which is this one right up here. So, with this Chris Jericho Funko Pop, I've had it for a couple of years, and I basically found out that he was going to do a signing at Frankensons in the City of Industry, and automatically I thought to myself, I have to go take this Funko Pop and meet him and get it signed. So, long story short, that is probably the Funko Pop that means the most to me, because of the fact that I have it signed by my favorite wrestler of all time. So again, that is my signed Chris Jericho WWE Funko Pop. Now, the next one is probably my second pop that I've ever gotten, and that is my Dwayne Wade Miami Heat Funko Pop. I should have started off by saying that every single one of these pops have a meaning behind them. I don't necessarily just buy Funko Pops just because. If you're one of those people, no offense, that's awesome. But to me, I purchased all of these Funko Pops because they mean something to me. So with that being said, Dwayne Wade is my absolute favorite sports athlete of all time. I don't think anyone is going to be able to take his place. So that Funko Pop honestly means a lot to me, and he's my favorite sports athlete. So that's Dwayne Wade. The next one that I have is another very important one. This one is for Kenny Omega, and this is a New Japan Pro Wrestling Funko Pop. This one right here. Kenny Omega has been one of my favorite wrestlers for the past couple of years at this point, and he's honestly in my top 3 of all time. So when New Japan Pro Wrestling released that Funko Pop along with a couple of others that I'm about to show you, it was a must for me to have. Speaking of New Japan Pro Wrestling, this one right here is it's a special Young Bucks Funko Pop. Another must-have for me. The Young Bucks are one of my favorite tag teams of all time. And the next one that I have is another special Young Bucks variant. This is a Hot Topic exclusive Young Bucks set. And it is this one right here. The Young Bucks, they have been my favorite tag team for the longest time, and honestly, they are probably my number 1 favorite tag team of all time compared to others. I mean, they're just so entertaining. So those are the Young Bucks Funko Pops. Next one that I have is another sports Funko Pop of another one of my favorite sports athletes, and that is Miami Dolphins legend quarterback Dan Marino. This one right here. So, as some of you might know, Dan Marino, he is very well known for being a Miami Dolphins quarterback, one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time in the history of the NFL, and also well known for being in the movie Ace Ventura: Pet Detective with Jim Carrey. So again, he's one of my favorite quarterbacks of all time, and I had to have this Miami Dolphins Funko Pop. This one, for some reason, is one of my absolute favorites. I love the Dolphins colors. I love everything, so that's a classic one for me. Going back to wrestling, this one is another New Japan Pro Wrestling Funko Pop, and this one is the American Nightmare, Cody. So Cody, funny thing, I would watch him in the WWE. I liked him when he became Dashing Cody Rhodes. He was one of my favorite wrestlers at the time, and he moved on Japan Pro Wrestling, joined the Bullet Club with Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks, and instantly became one of my favorites. So that is the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. The next one that I have, this is a classic movie from the 80s. For those of you that know this movie, I love you guys. For those that don't know this movie, I still love you guys, but this is definitely a must-watch. This next one is Ferris Bueller from Ferris Bueller's Day Off. This Funko Pop means so much to me because I have a lot of memories growing up with this movie. It's one of me and my mom's favorite movie, so that Funko Pop reminds me of my mom so much. And if you're watching this, Mom, I love you. And again, Ferris Bueller, all-time classic 80s movie. I highly recommend it for all you guys to watch. The next one, this one is my favorite, one of my favorite Rick and Morty characters, and that's going to be Mr. MEESEEKS. So obviously Rick and Morty being, a super hit for Cartoon Network, I first binge watched season 1 and 2, I believe, when they were first available, so I didn't watch the show when it was airing on Cartoon Network. But point is, Rick and Morty, I fell in love with that show, and the episode where Mr. MEESEEKS come out, honestly, after watching that episode, I thought to myself, I need some Mr. MEESEEKS Funkos and just anything Mr. MEESEEKS, because his character was hilarious. So that is my Mr. MEESEEKS Funko Pop. Now the next one is another wrestling pop, but this time it is a WWE Funko Pop. This one is going to be Asuka. She is one of my absolute favorite wrestlers, women's wrestlers of all time. And this one that I have here is a special Target exclusive with her mask on. So it's one of my favorite exclusives that I have. And again, she is one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. I actually was able to meet her. I believe about a year or two ago, I went to the Royal Rumble, and there was a Royal Rumble Access event that was being held, and she was one of the meet and greets, and I swear it was like an absolute dream come true meeting her. So I love you, Asuka. She's the best. And that is my Target exclusive Asuka Pop. Now the next one is another exclusive. This one is a Amazon exclusive, and it is another female women's wrestler from the WWE, and that is going to be Becky Lynch. So for a lot of wrestling fans, you guys know that Becky Lynch took the wrestling world and basically turned it upside down. She became one of the most popular acts in all of wrestling, and everyone just went nuts for her. So I became a huge Becky Lynch fan. I've always been a fan of hers from the beginning, but when she became this new persona, this new badass attitude where she called herself the Man, she was just freaking amazing. So this was another pop that I had to just purchase and have for my collection. So that is my Becky Lynch Amazon exclusive pop. The next one that we have here is a small one. I don't know if you guys can see it here, but this one is my keychain, the only Funko Pop keychain that I have, and this one is a National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation Clark Griswold keychain. My girlfriend got this for me. I love you to death, babe, if you're listening or watching this, I'm sorry. So this means a lot to me. Again, it is a keychain Funko Pop, and it's from one of my all-time favorite Christmas movies and just favorite movies in general of National Lampoon. So I highly recommended. And again, I absolutely love this keychain Funko Pop. The next one that I have right next to it here is another sports pop. This one is the greatest baseball player ever, Mike Trout from the Anaheim Angels. This is another must-have pop for me. I'm a huge sports fan, so I really needed to get my all-time favorite baseball player, Mike Trout. Go Angels. Right next to that, another very favorite wrestling one that I have. This is an Amazon exclusive of The Fiend, Bray Wyatt, another wrestler that made my mind explode out of just pure, excitement. This Fiend character is an absolute monster. He is a badass. His entrance music, everything about that character is incredible. So, again, with all of these Funkos meaning a lot to me, I had to get one of his because as of right now, I don't really watch the WWE. I'm more of AEW, New Japan, but The Fiend is probably the only WWE wrestler that still makes me want to watch sometimes. So that is my Fiend Amazon exclusive Bray Wyatt figure. Now, right next to this one, this is one that I got at my job. The company that I work for, we have these events where there's a lot of merchandise that we can buy and things like that. So this was one of the purchases that I made. This is the Avengers Endgame Thanos Funko Pop. I'm a huge Marvel fan, and obviously with watching Infinity War and Endgame, those movies are some of the most incredible experiences that I will have in my entire life. I would go watch those movies with my brother when they premiered, and just the pure excitement that we had watching, and obviously the ending of Infinity War, our jaw was on the ground, and for Endgame, it just brought everything all together in the Marvel Universe, and it was just such an amazing movie. So I had to purchase Thanos. I love him. He's probably one of my favorite Marvel villains of all time. So that is my Thanos Funko Pop. Now, right next to that, this is a pretty obscure Funko Pop. I don't even know if a lot of people know this show, but I absolutely adored watching this show with my girlfriend. We would watch it. I believe it came out every Tuesday or Wednesday. I forget what date. But my girlfriend and I, we would literally sit down religiously and watch this show all the time. This is my Olivia Moore Funko Pop from the show iZombie. Now, as much as I'm telling you guys how much I love this show, I feel really bad because I never got the chance to finish it. Life became so much busier, and my girlfriend and I just never had the time to finish it, so hopefully one day we will. But iZombie is probably one of my favorite shows ever, and there's a lot of good memories watching that. So, again, that is my Olivia Moore iZombie Funko Pop. The next one that I have is another Avengers Funko Pop. This one is from Avengers Infinity War, and this is my Iron Spider-Man. So this is the suit that Tony Stark's makes for Spider-Man, and as soon as I saw that suit in the trailers, my mind exploded, and I was just like, oh my god, that is the most badass Spider-Man suit I have ever seen in my life. So another must-have. Again, my Iron Spider Funko Pop. And speaking of Spider-Man, the next one is also Spider-Man, but this one is the PlayStation 4 Spider-Man from the Spider-Man video game. Another incredible video game. Unfortunately, I'm at the very last mission of the video game. I have not beaten it yet. get. It gets pretty hard towards the end, so I'm still having trouble with it. But yes, that is my Spider-Man PlayStation 4 Funko Pop. Now the next one that I have down here, another favorite sports athlete of mine. This is for Shohei Ohtani, Anaheim Angels Funko Pop. Now, the very special thing about Shohei Ohtani is he is a pitcher, but he's also a very incredible hitter in baseball. There hasn't been a player like him since Babe Ruth, so that makes him just incredibly special. This Funko Pop, another must-have for me because it is a 2-pack Funko of him pitching and of him hitting. So that was just a must-have for me. I love the Angels. So many good memories watching their games with my girlfriend, going to games with my brother, with my family in general. So that Shohei Ohtani Pop is just awesome, and it's honestly one of my favorite ones in the entire collection. This next one is another WWE Funko Pop, another Asuka Funko Pop, and this one is a 2019 summer convention exclusive. This is probably like the only Funko Pop that I ever purchased off of eBay because I wanted it that bad, and it was a convention exclusive that I unfortunately could not attend. So Asuka, again, you know, what could be said that I haven't said already? She is one of my all-time favorite women wrestlers, and she is such a badass. So I'm very, very happy to have that convention exclusive of her. Now, these next ones that I'm about to show you guys, these are my Overwatch Funko Pops, starting with Reaper. Now, Overwatch, I have a love and hate relationship with Overwatch. Basically, the game makes me rage like no other game, but I also feel like I'm very good at Overwatch. I have to show you guys some of my gameplay videos in the near future. But that is Reaper, one of my favorite characters to play as. The next one that I have, I consider her one of my mains, and that is Sombra. I have so much fun playing as Sombra. Again, she's one of my mains that I use to dominate teams with. Now, right next to her is my Diva Pop. Diva was probably one of the first characters that I played with, and I absolutely fell in love with her. So again, I had to purchase her pop. The next Funko Pop is a very, very special pop, and you want to know why. This Funko Pop, a Hot Topic exclusive May Funko Pop, is the very first Funko Pop that I ever purchased. So a very special shout out to Hot Topic. I went into one of their stores, and I told myself, hey, you know, I'm super into Overwatch. May is like my favorite character right now to play as, so I need to get her, and she was the beginning of this collection that you see behind me. So that pop means the absolute world to me. Now, on this side here, to start, this is another Hot Topic exclusive diamond collection of Baymax from the movie Big Hero 6. What can I say about that movie? That movie is just incredible. It is one of my favorite Disney movies of all time. And also, honestly, I feel like it gets overshadowed because Frozen came out around the same time. So you guys need to give this movie a chance. That Baymax Big Hero 6 Funko Pop is amazing. I think it might be one of the only diamond collections that I have. So I'm very happy to have it for Baymax. Right next to Baymax, here is one of my favorite Mickeys of all time, and that is the Apprentice Mickey from Fantasia. honestly, Disney means so much to me. Mickey means so much to me, and I have him in his apprentice form. And then also my all-time favorite Mickey is the Sorcerer Mickey, which I'm going to show you guys in a little bit. But that is my apprentice Mickey Funko Pop. The next one that I have is probably in my top 3 of all-time Disney movies, and that is The Hunchback of Notre Dame. This is another convention exclusive. This one is another 2019 summer convention exclusive. I purchased this one at Hot Topic, and this one he is holding the gargoyle from the movie. Right next to him is my all-time favorite version of Quasimodo, and is when he's in his King of Fools costume. He just looks awesome, and I love Quasimodo so much. So this one was an all-time, must for me to purchase, and this one is one of my favorite pops that I have in my collection. Right above him is the child from The Mandalorian. Guys, that is one of the most amazing TV shows I've ever seen of all time. And it's not really a TV show, but a Disney exclusive show. For those of you that have not watched it, I highly recommend it. And who doesn't love the child? Another must-have. As soon as they announced it, I had to purchase it. So that is the child from Star Wars, The Mandalorian show. Right underneath that, another Disney film that means a lot to me, and that is Miguel from the movie Coco. I come from a Spanish family, a Mexican and Cuban family, but that movie meant so much to me, and it still means so much to me, of the importance of family, and always knowing that your family is with you all the time, even when they pass away. It hit me very hard. I am very fortunate to still have my grandparents with me, but that movie basically, is about the grandmother that's getting very, very old in the movie, and she unfortunately, spoiler alert, she ends up passing away. And to me, that just meant a lot to me because I have so many good memories with my grandmother, and my grandmother, unfortunately, she's been very sick these past couple of years. So, being able to watch that movie and seeing the love that Miguel has for his grandmother meant a lot to me, and still does to this day. So that was another must-have for me to purchase. Now, right here, this is another Overwatch one that I have. This is my Wrecking Ball Hammond Funko Pop. Another one of my mains that I use, and I absolutely love it. Now, we are going to be getting into the Star Wars section of my Funko collection, and guys, I love Star Wars so much. All of these pops mean the world to me. So, to start from my absolute favorite movie, Rogue One, I have Baze Malbus, one of the most badass Star Wars characters ever, and I just don't even know what to say. I love his character. I love Rogue One. That is my favorite Star Wars movie ever, and he is just one of my favorite characters from that movie. Right next to him, I have IG-11, again from The Mandalorian, probably my favorite character from the TV show besides The Mandalorian and the child. IG-11 is such a badass, and what ends up happening to him, or what he ends up doing at the end of Season 1, just gets me every time. So I'm not going to say anything else, but you guys need to watch that show. Right next to him, I have Captain Cassian Andor from Rogue One, another one of my favorite characters. He's just a total badass. And I love Diego Luna as an actor. He's really awesome. Now, this one might stir a bit of controversy, but better than Rey. This is the most badass Star Wars female character besides Princess Leia. In my eyes, this is Jyn Erso from Rogue One. I am in love with her. I love her so much. She is such a badass. And again, in the movie Rogue One, I mean, that movie just blows me away. I love it, and I love her. So these Rogue One Funko Pops mean a lot to me. Right underneath this one is my Mandalorian Funko Pop, which also means a lot to me. This Funko Pop here, along with the Child and IG-11, are probably one of the coolest ones that I have. Right next to Mando, I have Moff Gideon, the villain of the Mandalorian, another must-have for me to make it part of my Mandalorian collection. So those Mandalorian Pops mean a lot to me. Okay guys, and my next one, this one is going to be the Imperial Death Trooper from Rogue One. If you guys can't tell, Rogue One is my favorite Star Wars movie of all time. Don't at me, okay? I love the originals and the prequels, but Rogue One just means so much to me. So the Imperial Death Trooper, this is my favorite version of the Stormtroopers. I mean, just look at them. They look like freaking killers. They're so badass. So, again, that's my Imperial Death Trooper. Right next to him, we have probably like my top 2 favorite character from Rogue One, and that is Chirrut Imwe. Right here, he is a blind Force user, and if you guys have seen Rogue One, he is just like so kind and a badass when it comes to getting down to business. I mean, he just kicks ass. So I freaking love Chirrut Imwe, and that Funko Pop means a lot to me also because my dad purchased it for me. So I love you so much, Dad. Right, the next one actually, I'm sorry. The next one is going to be Director Krennic, one of my favorite Star Wars villains of all time. Guess what, guys? Also from Rogue One. Director Krennic, honestly, like, compared to a lot of the villains in the Star Wars universe, I mean, he just has a certain demeanor to him that I feel makes him so much different to other Star Wars villains. So, Director Krennic, man, I love him so much. And again, Rogue One is my all-time favorite Star Wars movie, if I haven't said it enough. Now, the next one that I'm about to show you guys, another very special Funko Pop for 2 reasons. The first reason is my girlfriend bought this Funko Pop for me, so thank you very much. I love you, babe. This Funko Pop is incredible, guys. This is my Star Wars Darth Vader Funko Pop, and as you guys can see, this one lights up and it makes sounds. Unfortunately, I still have it in the box, so I'm not going to be showing you guys the lights and sounds, but if you guys look it up on YouTube or anywhere else, you'll see that Funko Pop is probably the most unique and most amazing one that I have here in my collection. So again, Darth Vader, absolute badass, and that is my Star Wars Darth Vader Funko Pop. The next one is one of my most recent purchases. This one, another must-have and just incredible one for my collection. This is the Star Wars Movie Moments Duel on Mustafar. Now, people say, and I agree 100%, that the duel on Mustafar from Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, between Anakin and Obi-Wan is probably the best lightsaber duel in all of Star Wars. Again, a must-have for my collection. Look how freaking badass this looks. Anakin having his Sith eyes with Obi-Wan. I mean, 2 of my favorite Star Wars characters of all time. Now, last but not least, must-have for my collection, and I think it's the biggest Funko Pop that I have, is my Sorcerer Mickey Funko Pop, which is right here. And this one, as you guys can see, is humongous. This is Mickey on the cliff with the water. I mean, honestly, like, Fantasia almost brings tears to my eyes. I love that film so much. I love Phantasmic, Sorcerer Mickey, the Phantasmic song. This Funko just means the absolute world to me and was another must-have for my collection. Now, with all that being said, guys, this is my entire collection, so every single Funko Pop that you've seen here in this video means the absolute world to me, and I really hope that you guys enjoyed my collection and the stories behind each Funko Pop. Again, this was another highly requested video, and another video that I've been just really wanting to do for you guys, so thank you for all of your support. Let me know in the comments down below which one of my Funko Pops is your absolute favorite, and then also tell me what your favorite Funko Pop in your own collection is. I love you guys so much. I hope you guys are staying safe. Take care. You guys have a wonderful rest of your night, and I love you. Thank you guys again for watching. Take care.